forgotten path. Into this vast, somber landscape stepped a small figure, her cloak the color of a fresh wound against the deep greens and browns. Little Red Riding Hood, a whisper of innocence in a world of looming darkness, began her journey, the crunch of her boots on fallen leaves, the only sound to break the profound quiet. Each step took her deeper into the heart of the woods, where sunlight dared not tread, and secrets were buried under layers of moss and thyme. The air grew heavy, thick with the scent of damp earth, and something older, something wild. Deep within the tangled heart of the woods, where the path became a mere suggestion, she met him. He was not a beast of mindless hunger, but a creature of sharp, stylized elegance, carved from the very shadows that surrounded them. The wolf stood immense and still, his fur the color of twilight. He did not growl or snarl. Instead, he watched her with clever, knowing eyes that held the glint of ancient intelligence. When he spoke, his voice was not a guttural rasp, but a smooth, cultured sound that slid through the air like silk. "And where might a solitary bloom like you be traveling on such a gloomy day?" he purred, his head tilted in a display of disarming curiosity. His presence was magnetic, a dangerous and compelling gravity in the oppressive silence of the forest. Red, momentarily charmed by his refined demeanor, explained her errand to visit her ailing grandmother. The wolf listened intently, a subtle, predatory focus in his gaze. "Your grandmother's house?" he mused, his voice dripping with false sympathy. "The main path is so treacherous and long. Allow me to guide you. I know a shortcut, a quicker, safer way through these woods." He offered the path with a flick of his head, a gesture of seeming generosity. As they walked side by side, the very atmosphere of the forest began to shift. The trees seemed to press closer, their branches twisting into grotesque, grasping shapes. The air grew colder, charged with the palpable tension that prickled at Red's skin. Close-up shots would capture the wolf's sly, triumphant expression, a flicker of a smile playing on his lips, contrasted sharply with Red's own features, her initial confidence slowly eroding into a mask of growing unease and suspicion. Their journey ended, not at a quaint cottage, but in a desolate, circular clearing, barren and stark under the fading light. It was a place that felt wrong, an arena walled in by impenetrable thorns and gnarled roots. This was no shortcut. The wolf stopped and turned to her, the charade finally falling away. A slow, deliberate smile spread across his face, a terrifying sight that finally revealed the rows of gleaming, sharp teeth he had kept so carefully hidden. They were like daggers of polished ivory, instruments of a final, terrible purpose. The trap was sprung. The world seemed to fall away, the sounds of the forest fading into a deafening roar in her ears. The scene would end here, a lingering, tight close-up on Red Riding Hood's face, her eyes wide with the dawning, soul-shattering horror of her realization. She was not on a path to her grandmother's house. She had been led to the end of her own story.